Hey, I'm Ashley from Next Adventure Films. I'm a wedding videographer in Central New York, and welcome to my new video series, Marriage Tip Monday. If you've been following on my YouTube channel for a while, you'll know that I have Wedding Tip Wednesday, where every Wednesday I deliver a new wedding tip for you. I've filmed over 100 weddings, and I absolutely love weddings and love to see weddings succeed and go well and people have a wonderful time at them. But what I love even more than weddings is marriage. And while I work in the wedding industry and I absolutely love weddings and the party, and I even support all of the time and energy and money that goes into weddings, what I believe in even more is a marriage. And I don't want marriages to get lost along the wedding planning. I want people to be planning for their marriages even more than they're planning for their weddings. So while I love giving out my Wedding Tip Wednesdays, I did want to start something about marriage because I really believe in marriage. I love being married. I've been married to my husband since July of 2010, so we're coming up on 12 years. And not that our marriage is perfect, but we have a pretty strong relationship where we are pretty solid. So, and we put a lot of work into our marriage, and we really believe in it. We really invest in our marriage. I love the love stories that I see at weddings, and I want those love stories to turn into really strong marriage stories. You know, bring a great name to marriage. So on the first Monday of every month, I will be having a marriage tip that I'll be giving out to you. I will have some previous Next Adventure Films brides come back who have been married for a little bit, and they'll have some tips for you. But these are some things to be thinking about as you enter into marriage, or maybe you already are married. Some things to just strengthen your marriage, to really solidify that bond and live your best married life. My first marriage tip for you is to surround yourself with people who have really strong marriages. I kind of heard this tip originally from Dave Ramsey when it comes to money. We do follow the Dave Ramsey plan, but he says, you know, interview, spend time with, model yourself after people who do really well with money if you want to do really well with money. So I kind of took that and applied it to marriage. You know, you may not have your choice of marriages to follow based on your parents or your in-laws. That is something that you have no control over. But you do get to choose who you spend time with and who you surround yourselves with. Take the opportunity to find marriages that have been successful. Maybe it could be your grandparents, an aunt and uncle, just an older couple that you know that have been married for a really long time and they seem to have a really successful marriage. Talk to them, like sit down and ask them like what worked in your marriage. And it doesn't even have to be people who are older than you, but if you have a community of people around you who are married and spending time thinking about marriage and, you know, talking about marriage and what works for the marriage and what doesn't work, and talking about things that are hard and things that they have found that worked really well for them. All of that is very helpful in building up your own marriage. You know, but if you're hanging around a bunch of people who are divorced or have failed relationships, failed marriages, that's not going to kind of encourage you or speak into your life in your marriage very well. So surround yourself with people with marriages that you want your marriage to exemplify. Find a couple that you really look up to and ask them questions. I know marriage kind of has a tough name out there right now because almost half of all marriages end in divorce, but find those marriages that are really strong, the marriages, the relationships that you believe in, and absorb them, you know, celebrate them. Say, I really am encouraged by what I see in your relationship, and give them that encouragement and then better your own marriage for it.